Let's just go. Let's just go. Let's just everything fine, everything good, everything mostly gravy. Let's just go in. Let's just we go to mass. We go to our mass scratch level, which is where we were doing a castle. A lot of card wrappers. Well, it's I can see a wagon wheel wrapper from before. I thought I didn't have any gluten allergy, intolerant, whatever. I like wagon wheels, man. They're so good. So there's some things. There's some things in the castle white block that we need to make smaller. Also, by the way, welcome back to the castle white block, everybody. That stream was fun for no one. So there are some rooms in this castle which need to be greatly reduced in size, and there are some rooms in this castle that need to be greatly increased in size. Yeah. So the lobby area, I don't really want to make it any smaller, but I am forced to. My hand has been moved of its own accord. No more wagon wheels. Yeah, no more to knock. No more a whole bunch of stuff. I think if I'm feeling dicey and I want to risk, if I want to risk triggering a minor reaction, I can probably have like a Mars bar or a Snickers. No, I can't have a Snickers. They have barley malt extract in them. In fact, so did Mars bars, don't they? In the nougat. Never mind. No, I can't have Mars bars or Snickers bars. Let's focus on things that I can have. I can have a lot of rice. Do you like rice? I enjoy rice. I like many different preparations of rice. I like the good old traditional ricey rice. I like the not so traditional rice. I can have oats. Yeah, I can have oats. I can have porridge and gruel. Like the true peasant I am. Looking good, can't wait to explore. I'm happy that you think it looks good, and I'm happy that you can't wait to explore it. I am worried that I don't know how to properly implement this now as a level in the level. I was originally gonna save this entire ass thing as a mega assembly and just throw it in, right? Because it's chunky, but then we've compartmentalized it. But I don't think that's the right way to optimize this kind of situation. I think the real Poggy would actually be to save this as a level in and of itself, and then instance that level inside the big level. I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say. Isn't a mega assembly a packed instance level blueprint? And it is. I just don't know how it's gonna respond. I don't know if it's gonna respond well to just being thrown into a level. Look at that distance culling. That's pretty intense. The second problem is because it's just a white block, we don't really have any assets to flesh this boy out. We don't have any way of creating what do you call them, imposters. And I have yet to fully explore the situation about the H-Lod system, so I also don't know how to make good imposters. So that's a problem. But no problem is insurmountable. Let's not forget, no problem is insurmountable. So the things that we need to make smaller, I think, is the lobby. The lobby is very big, and it has no real business being this big, I don't think. I think it needs to be slimmer. Tomorrow is the last day of classes. Congratulations, Witchit. You will be a free artist, finally. Allowed to run in the cornfields. Freeb. See, the lobby needs to be smaller, but I don't want to make it smaller. And this is a problem that we're gonna see, a repeating pattern of problems. How am I? Late. I'm extremely late to the stream party, and it makes me feel kind of sad. This overhang, I like the idea of there being a balcony, but I don't like the idea of all of this shadow up in this B. Also, I don't like the idea of this wall. And this wall, I feel like there should be a wall all the way across here, but there isn't. But there is, but there could be. But like, what's the point in having this just ugly thing? And like, what's the point in having a bit of thing in the courtyard? Like, people could just huddle there and plot demise. Also, look at the palm tree. Isn't that nice? Nice and palmy. So, let's check on the old launch here, see if it's loaded our free tab again. It hasn't, so we'll do the old bait and switch. See if we can get that working properly. Sloped roofs are the bane of my existence, and fixing a hole created by a sloped roof with only cubes available to me is one of the things that I have spent hours of my life dedicated to in basically every map editor that I've ever used. Hammer, Source, Halo. They all have that problem of the basic block is a big old. How are you, Witcher, though? You must be very happy to have the last day of classes. Surely ecstatic. And then, if there's a wall there, what's the point in having bollards, right? What's the point in having these safety lads if there's going to be a wall there anyway? You need to be. I mean, yep, that's a state of being. Just reset the rotation on that one so you have a nice flat end to it, and then slide him back in. And we can maybe rotate this even a little bit more. And we can have a little L. We can have a little L wall maybe going on. It draws the player. It draws the eye. It draws the light in as well as a nice reflectance. I don't know what's going to be better though. Like, the more that way we have it, the more light it's going to bounce. And we can have it, yeah, just as a continuation of the tunnel maybe. Alla presto. Don't fall in. Excitement can wait for the bathroom. What does that mean? So one thing I don't like about this editor is you have to click on things in the worlds to have them activate in a viewport. So if you've clicked on something in the details panel, right, and you change the details of the thing, right, and then you want to like nudge it in the viewport, you got to select it in the viewport again, and that can cause problems in very small isolated instances, maybe. But it's still. It means you can't find the restroom. Let me tell you about the time I couldn't find the restroom, Witchit. Let me tell you about the glorious time I went into the wrong bathroom that one time. It was so embarrassing. So embarrassing. Oh no. The worst bit is, Witchit, no one stopped me. No one went, "Hey buddy, you're going the wrong way there." Not a single person. I already told it on stream. I'm not. No, it's an embarrassing story. It was an Unreal stream when I told it the last time as well. I'm an anime girl. I mean, I really just play one on the internet. So the big question is, what are we gonna do with this upper level? How are we gonna deal with it? Could you not give me a flat floor for 5 minutes? We'll copy this across. 35 degree. Minus 35 degree. I don't know what's wrong with you. 90 minus 35 degree. 180 minus 35 degree. It was 90 plus 35, sorry. I got my brain wires were mixed up on the calculations. Anyway. Is there a hollow cylinder primitive object in the object dispensary? I don't think there is. And that is going to be a problem for our next magic trick, which is planning out the location of the towers, because it's a castle. It has to have towers. It's one of those places that does a funny, cute thing in the bathroom signs. You didn't know which one to pick. Yeah, no, well, kind of, no. So there was a sign. There was. I'll fine. We'll do that. We'll do the diagram, so you can understand how I got confused by the sign, right? So I'm stood here. There's a pillar next to me, so I'm leaning against the pillar. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna find the bathroom, right? So there's a bar like over here, right? It's a really, really, really long bar. Like for scale, people are like this big, right? And he's just grabbing himself a nice little cup of juice, no alcohol. Anyway, above the bar, there's a big sign, and it says men's room this way, and ladies' room, yeah, this way, right? And this is at the edge of the wall, right? So there's a wall here, and like you can go around like that. Okay, so there's dimensionality this way. And so I see this sign, and I'm like, okay, it's on that side of the wall, so all the toilets are that way. Fine. Men's room's on the left, ladies' room's on the right. There are some like little locked shacks in here, and I'm like, oh, ladies get like cool, cute little individual tiki stalls. That's guys, because they look like little individual stalls, right? And it's like it's a gig venue, right? So nothing's clean or proper or like behind two doors because they don't have a food service area. It's not a restaurant. So I'm like, that's the ladies area, right? And that continues around that way, right? So there's lots of them. So I'm thinking like, oh, the men's is here. So I walk up here and I go in here. There's no door. There's just a hi Devro. We're talking about the embarrassing time again. There's just you know, like they clear like plastic fly screens that you get in butcher shops. There's that. And then it's just an open plan. And I'm like, oh, it's all stalls. That's nice. That's crazy. They must have upgraded. Like, there's not a single urinal. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. It's a modern venue. It's probably been renovated recently. No one likes using urinals anyway, even if they don't want to admit it. Okay, it's not ideal. They're just there because it's a high capacity piss stall. Anyway, I go in, and there's a guy there already, stood talking to two girls, and I'm like, oh, so it's just unisex bathroom. Okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. And I go like into the first stall right at the back in the left corner, and I'm like, yeah. And I come out of the stall, and I hear this guy, and he's with his girl partner, I don't know, friend, girlfriend, whatever. And she's coming into the bathroom, and he goes, oh, hang on, where's the men's room? And she turns around to him, and like I swear, all the music in the room, in the building, like it's a live gig, it's hella loud, just goes dead silent. And she goes, it's on the other side of the bar. And I hurry out of the room, and I'm like, Nothing happened here. Nothing happened. But there were bouncers stood here. They didn't stop me, like, walking this way. They didn't stop me walking this way. And no one, like, threw me out, so... I just needed to pee, okay? Which it understands. Anyway, now that we've gone over that again, you're welcome. It's an easy mistake to make. Which it no. Which it no. But the question is, why didn't anyone stop me? Like, I'm not a big guy. Like, if someone wants me to stop doing something, they can stop me very easily. They can just say, hey, stop, and I will just walk away. Would you stop a man these days that walks confidently into the women's toilet? I mean, I basically wouldn't stop anyone doing anything unless they were trying to kill me. And then I would, you know, stop them, you know, explicitly. But I don't really care. I just, yeah. You gotta pee, you gotta pee. I'd rather someone pees in the place that's for peeing, that isn't for them peeing, than peeing on the floor. That's you know, that's on the list of priorities up there. But also, if it was my job to, like, keep people safe at a live music venue, having some shady guy in double denim walk into, like, into the ladies' room is probably, like, that's probably, like, a red flag that you get taught at bouncer school. You should probably tell him no. And I don't know. So the big question is, why? Did they just not care? Did they think I was actually a woman? That's the weirdest one. Consider it. Just restroom is restroom until someone has bad intentions. I have no bad intentions, only pee intentions. My friends had bought me several drinks against my will that night. Pea brain only. Anyway, we have to make the lobby smaller somehow. Because it's really big. And I had to look at the real live situation. And the lobby in the real live situation is not that big. So if we just if we get ourselves a bit of a perspective by walking around, you know, actually as the actual bean. Rough bean size. So we can, oh yeah, I forgot there's no crouching in this. There's only jumping and flying. So we can jump onto the planter. What a cute square. I know it's absolutely Antonic. Squaretonia. Rectangle. I believe it is a square prism. An upright square prism. Or a sideways rectangular prism, depending on how you want to cut the cheese. So the banqueting hall isn't too bad, especially with the double high walls. Prisms have rainbows. True. The kitchen, I think, is gargantuan. The kitchen needs to be much smaller. Banqueting room, like I know it's a tiny chair and a tiny table in the middle of this large room, but it's a banqueting hall, man. It's gotta be a little bit big. You know, it's for entertaining guests in. And then the retreating room, the retiring room, for quieter entertaining of guests and entertaining of the personal self of the queen, her queenship. And not touch the floor. No, it's got a lip on the outside. The retiring room could be a bit smaller. The bedroom probably could be a bit smaller. And then there's the stairs up here. Or there will be the stairs up here to the library. So those three rooms could be a little bit smaller. And then it's just this area really. It's just really big. So potential putting a wall in here to make it feel smaller. Potential making it a little bit thinner, a little bit squishier. Because there's nothing really you're gonna do in here. It's just a conduit to get to the upper areas. And it doesn't really have any business being so big. We could also move these back stairs here, I guess. If we move the back stairs here, then we could move. We wouldn't need this, right? But then we'd still need the space for this because this is stairs up to the other place up here, the back entrance to the kitchen. We really need a back entrance to the kitchen, but it has a side entrance to the colony, and I think that's good design because snacks. We were just talking about you. How are you? No, in a good way. I'm also kidding. Is it possible to get up here just with a little simple jumping? Nope. At work. Oh yeah, it is Monday. I am late to it. Look at me. I thought I'd have plenty of time if I went to bed at 5 in the morning to have 6 hours sleep and then wake up in the morning still and then do all my laundry and all my jobs before I came to stream, but I did not. I'm a dummy. And here we are. We're just doing a white block for the castle right now. Because it's something simple to grasp that I don't need to think very hard on. And thinking hard when you wake up is hard. We need to just move both walls at the same time. I think that's the cleanest and easiest method of doing this. The kitchen. How big does the kitchen need to not be? How are we, guys? I'm okay. I can't speak for the rest of them. Witchit's here. Witchit's usually pretty good, but right now I think they're otherwise indisposed. Reno is good. Confirmed. We could have a cool sideways wall like we did in the courtyard. I do like a cool sideways wall. They make spaces feel interesting for no good reason. They're also very hard to build in real life, so you don't see them very often. That's why rooms are square. Or roughly square. They're also really unoptimal for like storage. That's why bees don't use diagonals, they use the honeycomb. It's optimal circular packing for their larvae infestation voice. What? It's true. Look it up. It's a true fact. You see the point in having it sideways, though. It's kind of it's put me off. It's putting me off. It's putting me 0. It's putting me off. But you see, I can't press space now to change the widget to move mode instead of spin mode because it just puts spaces in the rotation panel. You can see that. You never look anything up, or you believe everything that I say. Excellent. That's just how it should be. How is RE4, by the way? Is that the remake? It's a fun fact, but I have never played a Resident Evil game in my entire life. Fun facts about the manor. I don't play scary games. Ooh, what about if we push the wall up to where the stairs come up? What about that? Whoa, 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 whoa. Man of scary. So yeah. I'm a baby. Real baby hours. Fate and you will convince me to play BioShock. Well, I already started playing BioShock when I was in school, so it's not like you don't have to like commit. I just have to finish playing it really. Maybe this Halloween I'll play BioShock to its completion. Or maybe I won't. So this can be a lot smaller, right? Has anyone read The Wizard of Oz? I have not read The Wizard of Oz, but I have seen the film. I have seen the film. One of the few films that I have ever seen in my entire life, you've struck gold. Because as everyone knows, I don't watch films. Films are scary. Wouldn't it be cool if I had like a node-based procedural building system for making buildings? Wouldn't it be cool if I had like designed a cool system so I didn't have to keep pushing these walls around when I need to make a room smaller? Wouldn't it be really cool if I had made a tool for that? I should have made a tool for that. Interesting shaped room? No. Not interesting shaped room. I deny you the interesting shape of that room. You need objects from the book to make it into a book cover. House. Dorothy's tin house. Wood house. Wood tin house. Tin house with a roof. Wood roof. Wood roof with a tin house. Tin house wood roof. Which is the red ruby, the ruby slippers. The lad. The Emerald City. Bunch of green. Yellow Brick Road. Courage the Cowardly Lion. Jack's Shack. I don't think that was... Oh. Are the monkeys on motorbikes in Wizard of Oz, or is that something else? Feel free to check me on that one. The bees of the bee's knees. Death of the witch taking the silver shoes. Silver shoes. Red shoes. All of the shoes. Big show about shoes, really. It's a wonder they didn't have a sponsor with shoe. I need to move the door. The door needs to be further this way. Bees of the bee's knees. The crow's infinite. Ah, that's a group. Excellent. Oh, you're talking about BioShock. Shift G. Control G. Oh, does that line up? Lining things up in 3D space is a real pain sometimes. Let me, whoa. Easy there. Let me tell you. That'll do. Will that do? That'll do. Let me just grab it there, like. Bot. And there we go. We have ourselves a second cool underground area. Cool. Uh-oh. Did that just happen? Uh-oh. Yeah, I zoned out there for a sec, sorry. What's going on? Is something going on? Is my attention required? For the things that are going on? I might be fighting in chat now. Work look. Thank you for the work look snacks. Hold on. Have a work look shout out as well. That's what I was forgetting. Everyone needs a cheeky shout out. Please survive the day. This doesn't look right to me. You know? This doesn't come across as correct in my estimations of the... The house lands on you, would your legs get chopped off? I mean, something to that effect would probably occur, yeah. But I mean, it would be less of a chopping motion and more of a Z-axis, motherfucker. God damn it. The Z-axis got me, kids. In fact, could this not have just been achieved by the thing being longer, wider, wider, longer, longer, wider, wider, longer? This could have just been achieved with this being wider. Longer in one dimension. Is it raining? Can I hear rain? I think it's raining, kids. It's not raining, kids. It's no. Sorry. What? Sorry. Hold on. No. Stop. It's a bird on your roof, not rain. More geese. I wonder what this looks like in wireframe. Yeah, it's not even that bad. That's the hardest bits. Hold on, are they not Nanite? Has Nanite not been computed for all of these lads? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And Nanite's not working on any of the cubes, but it is on the science assets. Don't you worry. It's enabled. It's chugging. Good. Good. Has it been minutes enough? Has it been minutes enough? Has it been enough minutes for another shout out? The eternal questions. I just want to see what it looks like when we go through here. So we've got our upper ledge. We've got our lower ledge. We got this down here. I don't think this is actually as long as I've made it in the real castle, but we can beg to differ, right? We can make believe. It's not too much of a chore to get around, but I feel like I want the base walk speed to be higher. It's quite a high base walk speed. It's 6 meters per second. Right? That's What's that in miles per hour? Is it 6 meters per second? There's no way that's right. There's no way that that's meters per second. The speed is 600, right? 600 units per something, right? 600 units speed. Welcome to Trackmania. And the units are centimeters, right? Right, so that's 6 meters, right, per unit, whatever time we're measuring this in. I don't think it's hour, right? So I'm guessing it's meters per second. And 6 meters per second is 13 miles an hour, which is faster than I can run, realistically. And then the fly speed is 1700 centimeters per second. 17 meters per second, which is not overly fast. There's a lot of drift to it. It does feel very floaty, and I wonder if an ant would have this much drift to their flight. Because they don't have a lot of... Engage the fly mode, please. They don't have a lot of mass, so I'm assuming like their acceleration is going to be pretty snappy. You know, as a creature, as a vehicle. Oh, we can put the balcony. Do we want the balcony on the retiring room, or do we want the balcony in the bedroom? Because we could have a balcony in either. But it'd be nice to put that in, wouldn't it? So right now the whole thing is actually facing probably the wrong way. Where's my where's my gizmo? Where's my universal gizmo? So that's north up there. Ah, but this sun hasn't been calibrated the same as the one on the island. Oh, I think we can get another shout out. It's a shout out for Witcher, obviously. Where'd Devro go anyway? I saw him a few seconds ago. Was it seconds? Was it actually an hour ago when I started the stream? And I've just dissociated doing this white block, grey block, white block. I mean, the blocks are white. It's confusing me now. Don't get terminological on me. Ah, we wanted to make this smaller, didn't we? I think the first thing that I want to do is make this smaller, right? Oh, there is no floor there. That's good. Oh, good. Boy, I wish I had a good way of dealing with these stairs. I made it thinner as well. Oh, that's an excellent point. I was looking at an aerial view of the castle to get the towers in the right place. And I can't believe that after being fully charged for months on end, my tablet that I was just about to use, no, I'm not even just trying to pad the runtime of the stream, is run out of juice. It's an e-reader. It's a special e-reader though. So Amazon doing you dirty with the Kindles. I guess maybe they're not doing you that dirty. They're quite cheap, but they're doing you a little bit dirty. So like, this is our Onyx. I really enjoy it. It's one of my favorite pieces of tech. This focus is far not in the right place. There we go. So it's an e-reader. So it has an e-ink screen, but not only that, it has a Wacom digitizer. So it's got a really nice tablet on it, and it's not that small. I think it's about exactly half the screen area of my screen tablet. But it's really nice. It's very responsive. I can't believe I'm saying that about an e-ink display. It's very responsive. It's very nice to draw on, albeit only in black and white. But I'd definitely recommend this to anyone who wants. I can't say cheap. I can't say it's cheap. It was a very expensive e-ink tablet, but it's very capable. It has Wi-Fi. It has a speaker. It has a Wacom digitizer, USB-C. You know, it's got a decent battery life, but it is different to an Amazon Kindle because it's not actually an e-ink. It's not an e-reader. It is actually just an Android tablet with an e-ink display. So it does have a smaller battery than a regular Android tablet maybe has, and it is therefore, you know, you're gonna charge it a little bit more. I think you can do some battery saving shit, but I'm just gonna leave that charging now. It's propped up behind my other screen. This is a very capable monitor on. I really do wonder if I can put like a second monitor on it and just ball. Considering what it's bolted to, I'm very happy with it. It's got a little gas lift in the back to keep it strong. Anyway, what were we doing? Oh yeah, we were making the lobby smaller. I think we just made the lobby smaller, didn't we? And we just saved. And so we can go in and we can see what that feels like with a smaller lobby. It's still quite a large room. I think the door needs to come over slightly to this side. Like if we make it this wide, but we make it the door centralized, and then we put a wall here, I think that would be gravy. So we are gonna centralize this door. Be really nice to have a tool for grey blocking buildings and building structures and complexes. I'm sure there's probably a tool already out there for that. This we're gonna make this the full width of the thing again. Just feels a bit better, doesn't it? And we'll line the stairs up again. Should I make that like an L-shaped platform? We could push this in, but then this could have like a trim platform here. You know what I'm saying? Am I overthinking it? Does it not need to be this complicated? Shut up. Complicax. Now, does it need to be a full wall? Welcome in, Mr. Fate. Hey, never guess what I got. You never guess what I found at the shop. March. Actually, it's April, but it charges pretty fast. We're already on 7% battery. It's got some gook on the screen. Ugh. So does this need a doorway in it, or does this not need a doorway in it? That is the ultimate question, I think, right now. I don't think it needs... That needs a doorway. God damn it. But only a small one, right in the corner. Why not? No need to make it complex. Line it up with that. That makes me happy. What am I building? Castle. Ants gotta live in a castle, man. Or rather, the ant aristocracy gotta live in a castle, and the ant proletariat have to live underground. Did I leave the tablet in sleep mode, or was it powered off? It was yeah, it was in sleep mode. I am 100% to blame for it being out of battery. Also, does this need to be a short wall, or does this actually need to be a long wall? I think it needs to be a long wall. Yeah, obviously, if I turn it off, it lasts for ages. Like, but did you know it's best if you have lithium-ion batteries to store them at 50% charge? Did you know that? Can you have a blueprint overhead once I'm done? Not really. You did. Now everyone else knows too. It's because the lithium reaction is going to be the least charged in its distribution of ions in the battery cell. So there's less to react. There's less reactant to exist. It rests at a better equilibrium. So if you decharge it too far, you get the potential for lithium lancets to pierce the. You collect interesting notes. It's just Skipton Castle. It's not interesting that. It's just Skipton Castle. Pretty sure if you go there and pay them the money, they give you a floor plan. Oh really? Yeah. Well, it's mostly Skipton Castle. I'm sure you've been there. I'm sure you've seen this. Not all of it, though. Public areas. Oh, well, I haven't been in the non-public areas. Who has? The king, maybe? The king? The king? Yeah, so these steps need to be wider. Somehow, I didn't make steps wide enough. It just looks nice when they intersect with the wall and don't have any business casting those weird shadows underneath themselves. But yeah, it's a fairly vanilla affair, if I don't say so myself. No roof because lighting costs, because grey blocking, because testing. But here's the courtyard with the tree, and if you go down here, there's the beer cellar. There's no door there, and there's no beer cellar. What if you told you have the full floor plan? What the hell, man? That could be useful. And then up here we have the banqueting hall, the Kishwan, the delivery access, the retiring room. There will be no flying indoors, by the way. Queen's bedroom. It's obviously ant colony. It's queen or king. And then something else. Oh yeah, entrance to the underground down here. So you'll come through here, and it's wide. It's wide, so you can fit a bunch of ant. Whoa! Oh, we missed the staircase. Good. We missed the staircase. Is literally available. Bit Gamey, why are these graphics better than your game? How dare you? This is literally a grey block, Bit Gamey. But we're gonna give Devro a shout out because he was here. He was here first. Sorry. Oops. How you doing, Bit Gamey? It's Bit Gamey, everybody. Famous celebrity video game producer. Why? Did you know you can shift right click to copy a value or a set of values? You good? Thanks. Excellent. But you can't shift right click in a single window to copy an instance of that. You've got to be kidding me. What do you mean multiple values? Why? How can you have multiple values? Why? I only have this selected. I don't care. It's probably rounding errors. It was rounding errors. Celebrity. Celebrity. Everyone here knows your name. That means you're a celebrity now. Easy peasy. I don't have any fun stories for today. But you've caught us at the worst time possible. It's 5:30, which means that unfortunately, even though we've only done 12 seconds of work, we have to go on break. It's government required break. But this is just the castle that's it sits underneath the Tree of Life. And it's you like that requirement. It's made out of mushrooms, so I figured the white walls would be fine to simulate mushroom stem for now. We can add mushroom details later, like more natural flowing shapes to the walls, etc., etc. But yeah, I was just getting the kind of the layout of the floor plan. So we've got some flavor rooms. There's probably going to be collectibles hidden in the flavor rooms. There's steps down into the actual colony down there, and then we have the banqueting room, the retiring room where the queen will probably stand, the queen's bedroom. There'll be steps up to the library here. There's a tower here with a library, and there will be access for Antonia up here. There'll be Antonia's room around here somewhere, and then steps up to the library here. And the library will have probably cool information that you can read about ants or listen to about ants or whatever. There'll be some library-like activity in the actual library, like a virtual real live, not virtual library. That won't cost you any money in yearly subscriptions or tax the government. Cutie Kitty, thank you for the 7-month resub. Thank you so much. Let's open one of the before my camera crashes and my PC overheats. 7 months, it's almost a whole year. Is it not a whole year? Feels like a whole year. Is Mr. Fate here? Is Mr. Fate present for this as well? That's almost a baby. Chat baby. I'm opening it. Good. I've got something in my eye. Sorry. I've already seen all the white cards and the angels. It's caused me to cry. I'm sorry. Just putting a fire team call out. Uh-oh. That sounds serious. Gently now. Here we go. Nice light. Coming in hot. Target creature gets +1/+0 and gains first strike to the end of the turn. Scry 1. Big Gamey back in a bit worky. Like everybody doing the works today. Thank you, Big Gamey, though, for the work. I appreciate it greatly. Rugged Highlands. Rugged Highlands into the battlefield tapped. When Rugged Highlands enter the battlefield, you gain 1 life. Add red or green. It's me. Yeah, I've noticed like a lot of these cards in the March of the Machine. You don't have class emotes anymore. Uh oh. I need a lurk emote. I've noticed that a lot of the cards in the Rise of the Machine booster pack are they've got a very Destiny flavor to them. I don't know why. It scares me though. War Historian Reach. When War Historian has indestructible as long as it attacked a battle this turn. What? Etched Familiar. These coming through okay? Looks a bit washed out on my side. Like, where's it even focusing? Like, so close? Like, right there. When Etched Familiar dies, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. No refunds. Order of the Mirror. It's a blue card. 3 and 2 life. Transform Order of the Mirror. Activate only as a sorcery. 2 life can be paid with 2 life or white mana. And it transforms into Order of the Alabaster Host. Oh god. That's very scary. Whenever Order of the Alabaster Host becomes blocked by a creature, that creature gets -1/-1 to the end of the turn. Ooh. You also bought the Programmer Socks. Now you have +1 programming because that's how it works, right? That's correct. I also bought Programmer Socks. What color are your Programmer Socks? Ravenous Sailback. It's some kind of Dinosaurus. When Ravenous Sailback enters the battlefield, choose one. Ravenous Sailback gains haste until the end of the turn. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. That's pretty cool. You get a Mirror Shield Hoplite. Oh god. That's very scary. It's Jason and the Argonauts, right? Taking out the... I guess it's meant to be a Medusa, but that does not look like a Medusa to me. That looks like the one with 3 heads. Didn't the guy with 3 heads kill himself though? Like the not the actual guy with actually 3 heads. I don't think that's happened yet, but the mythical ogre that has 3 heads, didn't the guy like persuade him that like one of the then they had an argument and he choked one of the heads and then the other one like smacked the other head over the head with the club, and then the last head was just like, what the hell, man? He was depressed. Vigilance. Whenever a creature you control becomes the target of a backup ability, I don't know what that means, copy that ability. You may choose new targets for the copy. This ability only triggers once each turn. Oh. We've got a beautiful, full art, shiny island. I don't know what's going on here. I can't see. Oh, it's the edge of the world, right? I see. Some kind of great cosmic abyss made out of seawater. A little hole in the sky. That's very ominous. That's extremely ominous. Rampaging Raptor. I like it. Trample and Haste. Rampaging Raptor gains +2/+0 to the end of the turn. Whenever Rampaging Raptor deals combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to target planeswalker that player controls or battle that player protects. Interesting. You have black and white and purple and white and purple and green and blue and pink and the full black with toe beans underneath it. Mine are just pink. Chrome Host Seed Shark. This is what we pay for. This is the one. This is the card, kids. Sharknado. It's a chrome flying shark. Bertha in the shape of a shark inside a tornado. You went in full wow. They were just on offer at my work. I figured I'd pick some up. They look nice. They're a lot. I don't know. I mainly got them for extra compression down the leg because my legs are shit. They don't really do any compression, but at the same time the compression socks that I got compress too much and cause issues. My doctor recommended something that wasn't so tight over the top of the foot, but I don't know. Other than just buying a crap ton of socks and trying which ones are good and which ones aren't, I don't have that kind of money. I can buy two pairs of socks on discount maybe, but not like... Anyway, flying. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, incubate X, where X is that spell's mana value. Interesting. We got a Chivalric Alliance. It's the alliance between some kind of Flesh Apocalypse Death Adder and a lad on haunts. God damn it. Whenever you attack with 2 or more creatures, draw a card. 2. Discard a card, create a 2/2 white and blue knight creature token with vigilance. Should have asked, you got loads of compression anklets? God damn it. It's not the ankles that I need, it's the calves. Finn, I'm sorry about the stream, by the way. My internet's decided it doesn't want this anymore. It doesn't agree. I'm so sorry. Finn the Fangbearer with a cool border, and there he is bearing some fang and slashing some lad with the big axe. Death touch. Whenever a creature you control with death touch deals combat damage to a player, that player gets 2 poison counters. Whoa. Whoa. We got a beautiful foil etched Wrath Weatherlight Stalwart. Ew. He's just a dude being a bro. A bro being a dude. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may tap 2 untapped creatures you control. If you do, draw a card. 3 white creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain vigilance to the end of the turn. This ship, the old ship, has seen a lot, but she's not done yet. Oh, he's a pirate. Varicus. You got a varicose vein in your foot. Use a leg wrapper. I don't know the vein hurty. You're the vein. I don't have the vein hurty. I have the vein apparent. It doesn't really hurt, but it is a worry. That's a very nice shiny effect on the little firebolts there. Firemane Commando. Hey, look, it's me. Firemane Commando has cast Daybreak, obviously. Flying. Whenever you attack with 2 or more creatures, draw a card. Whenever another player attacks with 2 or more creatures, they draw a card if none of those creatures attack you. Oh! You're done. You're done, son. It's cracking. It's Gyruda Doom of Depths. It's cracking. It's large full art Kraken. Oh boy. Or Demon Kraken. Or you can play for blue or black. Don't care. Don't care. Companion. Your starting deck contains only cards with even mana values. If this card is chosen companion, you may put it into your hand from outside the game for 3 as a sorcery. When Garuda enters the battlefield, each player mills 4 cards. Put a creature card with even mana value from among the milled cards in the battlefield under your control. It's not your Angelic Sun Paladin, you don't care. It's a Kraken, though. And a warrior creature token. Very cool warrior creature token. She's angry. She's warlike. There's some shit going on in the background there. Anyway. Token creature warrior. Whenever the creature, at least one other creature, token attack, put +1/+1 counter on this creature. And on the back, a zombie creature token, of course. Cool, beautiful. Anyway, thank you, QT again for the 7-month resub. I appreciate it a lot. And we got to see one of the 2 collector booster packs for March of the Machine get open. Thank you, and also a shout out for Big Gamey because they were here. And I'm behind on my shoutouts apparently. Everyone check out Big Gamey! Everyone check out QT as well. We'll have responsible and relevant shoutouts as we go on. It's 5:30 now. Oh no, we're not. Oh, there we are. Right, okay. That's right. I was charging my tablet so that I could open up my tablet, the drawing that I made in reference to where the towers are meant to go. It has a... It's a real screen, look. It actually exists. Tablet is starting. My name isn't on it, is it? Don't want to be starting that again. Can I have a look at the beautiful screen quality we have? You got a Pathfinder PDF, the C++ private. Look, I was only 61% through that. God damn it. Pathfinder. I think we got some, yeah, Lord of the Rings. But you can just download whatever Android apps to it you want, and we're going to be using Ibis Paint. I think the image is on Ibis Paint. Oh, I have a YouTube notification on here. Oh, Scott JUA liked my comment. Yes, thank you. So I commented on Scott JUA's video. He has a real Mauser C96 DL44 Han Solo blaster, and he was showing it off, and that was 6 years ago. Oh yeah, check this out. Hold on, it's really cool though, because I can if I put it onto the fastest refresh mode, right, you'll be surprised. What? Cromulent video on a e-ink display? Madness. It does leave heck of ghosting. That's why we typically don't use that. E-ink trying its hardest. Dino! No way is this first time chat from Dino. E-ink trying its absolute hardest. There we go. There's the drawing I took. So you can see we have our courtyard. Hold on. Can you see we have our courtyard? If I tilt it like this, and then I can toggle the camera on and off, and you'll be like, oh yeah. So we have the courtyard. Like there. Steps up the tree. So there's a tower directly over that little corridor that we've got going on. So that corridor is underneath an upper level structure. And then we have a big tower just behind the palm tree there where Antonia's room will be. And then we have another tower just before the entrance, a smaller tower. I think just as tall. But not as wide. That's what my drawing has indicated, at least. How you doing, Dino? It's been a while. It's been a hot second. Right here. So in fact, if that was it, if that was the edge, can we So we have a problem with this one, because that's where the passageway is. Unreal Engine sure is beautiful. With all these white blocks. One of the best looking engines there is, just with a bunch of white blocks and volumetric cloud. Beautiful. It's not even lagging my PC today, but that's because we're not trying to render the entire country of Costa Rica in one frame. Dino, have you ever tried rendering the entire country Costa Rica in one frame? You ever tried having Costa Rica rendered in real time in your video game? Professional tip for you: it's not as fun as you think. It's not as fun as it sounds. Will cause you a lot of heartache. Do not recommend. Costa Rica's great. Nothing against Costa Rica. It's just very big. There's a VOD a few weeks back where I was trying to. I wanted some low detail landscape for the background, for the background, the hills of Costa Rica, the mountains, inland from where this game is set. Did try to run an infinite loop in a finite time frame on the frame there multiple times. Nice. That's what we do. So I'm just gonna real quick go to modeling mode. I'm gonna duplicate this. This is mesh duplicate. So name cylinder, from input, delete inputs. So we've got ourselves this cylinder, and then I want to do a Boolean intersection, right? A Boolean. I need to select that one, and then I need to select the tool. Mesh cut, mesh bool. Apply Boolean operations to mesh pairs. Yeah, difference BA, AB, AB, BBA. Advanced. Try fix holes. No. Try collapse edges, yes. Winding threshold 0.3. Show no boundaries, great. Output type from input. Write to new object. Name. What do you call this thing? Cylinder, but he got a hole. Bydd go turn. Handle inputs, delete inputs. That's what I want. Skadoosh. Cool. Ah, the scale, of course. Mm. Oh no, are you kidding me? 0.0.6666666666666. 0.6666666666666. Why would I do something so torturous to myself? Ah, looks good enough. It looks good enough to me. Good enough to me. Good enough to me. Good enough to me. So I'm not trying to be a buzzkill, but it's gonna suck using these pre-generated doobly doos. Not gonna lie, these little circloids, cyclids. I'm gonna say it: the gluten-free Twix biscuits are not as good as the gluten-free Galaxy biscuits. It's just a fact. The Galaxy biscuits are a bit softer. I almost broke my teeth eating that Twix one earlier. Also, I know it seems that I just subsist off biscuits, and it's true. I only eat biscuit. Sorry. Right then. Let's see what kind of a scenario we've got going on here. So we're here. Can I full screen this when I'm in the game? No, I cannot. Okay, so let's go out the game. Let's go back to selection mode. Let's press Alt F. Let's press F10. Let's press F10. Let's press F10. Let's play the game from here. You have to take up gluten-free baking. Has not shaded smooth. It has not shaded smooth. It's shaded hard every single side of that goddamn thing. Zoom zoom. Is this a good size for a room to be? Is someone's like, if this was someone's bedroom, would you be happy existing in a room this? A double room. Double. It can be. You can have like a little entertaining lounge to live off biscuits. True. Yes, true. Little entertaining lounge, and then a little hop, skip, and a jump over to the. Oh no! Oh no! So what are we going to do about this? Is it going to be like a suspended thing? Or are we going to bring this tunnel further out from here? Like, a large part of me doesn't want to do that. Large part of me doesn't want that to happen. It's kind of just a shitty place to have a tower, really. Who thought building a tower here would be a good idea? Can't really see any of the tower detail from the inside courtyard. I like the size of the courtyard. The courtyard is... I like it. It's a nice size. I might have to move the tree. We did a bit of a wangle. I think if the tree came a little bit further over this way, it'd be nice. Because you got this real tight angle here. I know it's not massively tight. It's quite... You know, like 5 or 6 meters there. But, you know, it feels like it could be less tight, you know? Better designed. More... ant. Look at that screen space ambient occlusion. Look at that lumen screen space ambient occlusion. Wah, 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 wah. Isn't it? Let's get that. It just gives the lines of the building a little bit more weight. Ambient occlusion is a fake effect. We all have to come to grips with this at one time or another in our game development lives. But ambient occlusion is not real and it can't hurt you. If you go outside and you look at a wall, it does not look like that. It is flat shaded because it's essentially a flat object. There's no crease shadow at the bottom, and it drives me insane when people say no, it's more aesthetic. It's kind of nice because you get like a little bit extra contrast in the shadowy areas, but like stuff like this, it really shouldn't. But I don't know, it can draw the eye, I guess. It's a visual aid. I don't know. Maybe I'll just stop complaining about my engine. Maybe I'll just stop complaining. Anyway, what are we gonna do with the towers? That's the question for right now. We've got a little balcony thing going on here, so I'm gonna. I wish it was more tangential to the thing. Well, I guess the tower doesn't have to be fully circular all the way up. It can just be circular at the top. Or we could have like a spline mesh to do the balcony with. I'm not sure about this. Like just this flat transition between the two. Like I know it would be like heresy to put a massive curve on the inside of a castle. But seeing as how the castle isn't made of brick, it's made out of mushroom. It might be legit. What do you think? What do you think, kids? Do you think it's okay? In the chat, kids in the chat, do you think it's okay to have internal parabolics to blend between these shapes if we're making a mushroom castle out of mushrooms? See, my initial idea was to have, if I just fly up here and not go into the editor, just to show you real quick, was to have the whole thing be the stem of a mushroom, but it's grown considerably since then. And it's quite a girthily lad now, so I'm not sure that's really going to be a feasible option. I'm going to move that. I'm going to move that blocking wall right here. That blocking wall is going to get moved right now to be tangent between the two. What the fuck is going on? Tangent between the two towers. Complaints should be submitted in writing with at least copies in a note doc, yes. It's pretty close to being tangent to the voice. Close enough, maybe. Because then you have this nice flowing look between the two towers there. And you don't have, you know, a ghastly, unsightly mess on the outside of the thing. There is a little hiccup there because we're in 10 unit mode, but then you kind of obstruct vision to this area here, which is kind of shitty, if you ask me. So maybe we can do something about that. Drag this extremely small wall out. Make it a bit taller, maybe. Something like that. Maybe this can have a scallop cut out of it. Maybe the arching can come out from here. Look at while you make lunch. Excellent, Reno. Have a great making lunch. So if each one of the towers terminates in a big old mushroom top, do we have the mushroom top available in our content browser? If we go to science measures, maybe? And inside? No. And inside? No. And mountain files? No. Tree of Life files final. I see we still didn't prune any of these. That was a job that I was meant to do many months ago. Yeah, there it is. Full main roof Uno. It's very big. It's not actually that big. That's actually quite, so that's worrying. I'm worried now. But this is the mushroom that we had, right? So it'd be, you know, one of these. Typical medieval castlery, you know. I guess there'd be one. Boy, do I love the Unreal Engine. It's a wonder and a joy to use. Oh. I could do it in non-perspective mode and it'd probably work better, but something like that. You see, now we have the problem of the rest of the castle is quite square. Have this one maybe in line with this one. They can share a roof line, and the library can be extra high because there's extra stuff in the library, of course. 2-floor library, why not? Berlin seems to like the idea of those interior helical staircases, so why not indulge? Why not indulge in some interior helical staircase action? They are very pretty, given that. They are a nightmare for putting into a game. For reasons we have discussed previously, multiple times. Multiple times now we have discussed the idea of putting in helical staircases to a video game. That's another thing that we need to put in, really. The long gallery. Alright, boys, we got a long gallery. And it heads off in a slight angle from the retiring room. What? 10 degrees? Why not? 10 degrees sounds like a good number of degrees. It's a bit wide, I think. A bit less wide, maybe, than that. Yeah. Gravy. And we need some stairs down, so SP just steal some stairs from somewhere. These look like good enough stairs to steal for me. If I Shift Alt, and then I can just zoom to the other side of the map. Rotate them 180 degrees. No. 170 degrees. Welcome to the cursed geometry section of the game. What do you do in this instance? Do you have the stairs line up with the gallery, or do you have the stairs line up with not the gallery? Do we have a little plinth, maybe a little plateau in between the two areas to adjoin? Let's do a little adjoinment. Maybe not that little. Do we put a tower at the end of this? Why the heck not? Did we have Oh boy. There it was, main roof. It's a very French looking chateau roof, if you ask me. They like to deal with those blue slate tiles. You can see them on the Louvre. Very nice color of roof tile. In England, it's mostly sandstone, limestone. Sandstone, limestone. Sandstone, limestone. And then a little bit of slate, but it's never good slate. It's never cool looking slate. It's always really dark. Unvibrant. What about A, hear me out. What about disc stairs? That, nope. Nope. Oh, you little shit. What about disc stairs? 0.5 is correct. What about disc stairs? I can't stop saying it now. I've started saying it, so I can't stop saying it now. Should we use the hollow one? Oh, 0.3. Boy, these are high effort stairs if ever I did see them. How many stairs do we need? A 0.3? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 steps. We've done, what, 4? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 more and we get down to ground level. So I guess we'll do 6 more. Walk Barino. Okimino back. Reno. What do you think? Big stinky disc stars? Are they okay? Are they cool? They feel more like a front door thing than a back door thing. You know what I mean? But it's meant to lead out into a garden. I think there was a garden out there. Well, this has been turned into flats, so... I'm not convinced. This, we gotta take one of these over here as well. Plug up this hole. Yeah, should this actually be a little bit inset? Gives a little bit more kind of tooth to the look of the thing, you know? A little bit more kind of, you know what I mean? I don't even know what I'm trying to say, so I don't know how anyone could know what I mean, but I'm sure you know what I mean. This is rather large structure, isn't it? has rather large structure. Oh. Excuse me, sir? Excuse me, sir? What is that? Just suddenly have a big old wall poking through your wall, huh? Not what I'd call ideal. Can't have a castle without a bit of crenellations, can you? There's no way you can't not back me up on that one. I'm just trying to think if there's a cool way we can instance like all slices of the thing. You know what I mean? Like little little thingies on the thingy. Hmm. Hmm. Right. Another fly through. Fly through. Fly through. Fly through. Fly through. Have a check out of the circular staircase. Very cool. Very lush. Wait, can I? I was just making sure I couldn't jump while I was airborne. That's more reasonable a size for a kitchen to be, I think. Like a big kitchen, sure, but maybe we still can add a little bit of draft to this wall. Big fireplace here, and yeah, and it's cook, right? Alright, we gotta fix that. Abyss just right there. Always good to have your abysses on hand in your castle, you know, just in case you need an abyss. Do we have the dungeon? I know, right? I know this is silly. What about stairs down underneath the utility room into a dungeon? Funny dungeon. Kid-friendly, lore-friendly dungeon. But it'd be funny, right? Have a little dungeon. Little incarcerated ant or something. A fungeon, yeah. Ant carceration. Or when the volumetric clouds just hit right. What? They're not lined up. They're not lined up with the wall. They're not lined up with the wall. Anyway. Yeah, we were gonna put the balcony in here, weren't we? We were gonna add a wall. We were gonna add a cool wall. And lo and behold, we've created a somewhat complex, slightly simple. Should we have one on the queen's side as well? Somewhat complex, slightly simple indoor-outdoor combination area. Why don't we have one over here as well? That'd be fun, right? Let's grab these ones again. These are actually at the right height for this exactly. It's a lot of cubes. Like, I know it's a constant source of wonderment how good old games looks, but like we're just being real with each other, right? BSP is just the arrangement of a bunch of cubes in linear space with an effective rendering system behind it, so it doesn't take long to load all the cubes that have been placed in the space. And that's all we're doing here. A bunch of cubes in a space, isn't it? So there shouldn't be that much wonderment to it. I've just realized that is the bedroom. That is the queen's bedroom, not the retiring room. The retiring room is probably more likely to have a balcony than the queen's bedroom. Whatever. They can both have balconies. There can be a curtain. We can put like a little screen here, or privacy screen. It's not a big issue. There can be a door there. It doesn't have to be entirely open plan. It just looks open plan. I'm just freaking out for no reason. That's all. I'm just freaking out for no reason. Doesn't have to be all open plan. Balcony here though, overlooking the river. Balcony overlooking the river. That sounds pretty cool. That sounds like something I'm down for. Anyway, the idea with a gray block is that you get an idea of the sense of the scale of the location, the way you go through the location. You can use it to iterate upon to build up the actual geometry of the location as you need it. It's a good item. Hot topic. Professional dingler. Or profingler, if you would. Dude, that render distance is destroying me. Excuse me. All them cubies. Cubie doobies. Cubie doobie. I like it. It's starting to take on some shape and some nice character. What is this? Okay. We're gonna move this. I do not see why not. Uh, I don't know. I think it's a nice. I think it's a nice view. I think that's. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah. Into the long gallery, and we have. There'll obviously be a room in there. It won't just be a solid scrunch. We should probably denote that with a bring the ring down to ground level and delete the floor. Well, let's just move them. There's no point in getting crazy. when we don't need to be getting crazy. So there'll be a room there, it won't just be a weirdo empty space. Potentially a view off to, what's that direction? That's the south. That's the west beach. It's west facing window. Southwest, west southwest. So that's south. That's not south. That's west. That's south. That will be south. So the lamping will come this. That's bad. North, south. Yep. That's unfortunate because the light's gonna have to thread into the courtyard from there then. That makes me sad. Brain is fun. Welcome to brain time. No, I don't want that one. I want this one. Whoop! He just skedoodled right at the end there. Get our 10 degrees on it. And we go stairs down from the long gallery. Stairs out of the long gallery. Should you want to leave the long gallery, you can make them a little bit skinnier. It's not a very big exit, is it? Does that touch the floor? You okay? Is there just one step under the ground there? No, that's above ground. It's not touch. Is that not touching the floor? At this point, I didn't even question it. I dabbed not. Yeah, so this can be a lot smaller. This can be a lot smaller. It's just meant to be a tiny little skinny path down the side there, so you can access the garden or whatever it is. Oh, they increased the upload size to Discord, didn't they? Yeah, they did, Reno. Yeah, they did. H to hide, Control H to reshow. Is that the legal way? Booyah. 20 meg? 28 meg? 8 meg, or 25 meg, I think. 25 meg. Even to non-nitro people, personages. Those who refuse to pay for social media services. Refuse to, cannot, or otherwise imposed or disposed to not purchasing social media activities. Let's go to the Science server. We're still having the upper colony build too. Upper colony build. Upper colony build. I'm scared now. Berlin has said words, and I'm not recognizing the meaning of the words. Are these actually really high resolution screenshots? Or are they just like regular resolution? They'll tell me when I get to 100%, right? It's not that big. Get over yourself, Unreal. It's not that big. That's what she said. Why did suddenly the lighting change between these two shots? The tree moved. What's this? What's this? What's going on? Lumen is doing me dirty here. I thought they said it was accurate. Screen perfect. Four new mentions. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah. Control H? Control H does indeed bring everything back. I can't believe I went all the way down to 5. Damn. No, I don't like that. It would have been cool if it was cool, but it wasn't cool, so I don't like it. How many faces do you have? 512 triangles. That doesn't seem... No. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem correct. Nana enabled false. Why not? Cylinder with collision.fbx. Alright. Fun. Oh yeah, can I go to science meshes and then I go to Ant Mountain? Can we do this? We can, but there will be a small problem. Replace selected actors with SM Mountain Pillar Smooth. So there will be a small problem. These are quite tall pillars, huh? What if the whole what if the whole thing was not paper? Then we grab it and slam it on the floor. I don't know. Looks like we're gonna have to make ourselves a new pillar. Oh, in fact, there's a local stone carving thing in Costa Rica, isn't there? There's the they create these boules out of the granite. Why don't we make boules for the plinth to go onto? Something boule shaped, boule-esque, ball shaped. Hand carved spheres. It's really interesting though. Like spheres are hard to make in and of themselves, and then you think hand carving them as well. This is the wrong angle. I can feel it. It needs to be further that way. Yay or nay? Nay? I'm pretty happy with the shape of that. That's pretty nice. Not gonna lie. Like, if I was an ant with battlements, that's exactly what I would want my battlements to look like. Whoa. These steps should be the full width. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even having a funny joke with you this time. Like 90% the full width of the room. You know what? Ah, shit. 100% the full width of the room. I don't even care. Wall to wall stairs. Beautiful. What? My neck. It's gone funny. My focus is waning, Reno. My focus is waning. Oh, are you having a funny potato joke with me? When I want to use world controls, you use local controls. When you want to use local controls, you will. No pleasing you, is there, Unreal? 0% pleasing you. Ha! is that? What is that? We come out here, down the stairs, and into the anthill. Is it a steep enough gradient? Probably not. Will it make people uneasy if it's an even steeper gradient? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So in theory, I can pack this now, as it is, as a an instanced level blueprint, a packed instance level blueprint file folder asset, and it theoretically should just be able to be plonked into the overworld. I want to do that, but I have strict and severe reservations about how well it will work. This being quite large already, and I have no problem in estimating that the mega assembly will work fine. The mega assembly will probably work fine, but it's the question of the fact that this isn't really what mega assembly was designed to do. Mega assembly was designed to compound 2 or 3 or 8 megascans assets into a single megascans asset, a megascans super asset, a mega asset, a masset, and a mega ass, for making a wider variety of variety looking things without having a wider variety of actual meshes, right? So you use the same 6 or 8 meshes, but you now have like 12 or 15 or 20 different mesh combinations. They look different, but they're built from the same building blocks, right? Mega assembly was not meant to instance whole levels, I believe, in your overworld, and I think obviously this is just a gray box from a level, but I'm pretty sure we can probably at the very least use it as a mega assembly, and then use the mega assembly as a stamp to put the geometry into the overworld. I say, fingers crossed, fingers behind back. Should we do it? Because we get to define everything when we make a mega assembly, right? So there's 2 things that we don't want to include here. We don't want that. And we don't want this. Okay, so we right click, move to create new folder, not mega. And then everything else, group actor 2. Okay. Okay, so they're instantly cutie kitty. Thank you for the raid. This is embarrassing. I currently don't know what I'm doing, so welcome into me not know what I'm doing. Thank you NovaCat26 for the follow. Thank you. Welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy here. Like you see, I can't even speak now. Let me add you to the overlay. You can raid me for once. I know this is a strange turn of events. Anyway, we have everything in the level selected except for the sky and the cube that we don't want to add to our mega assembly instance. So then we go to our merge actors. No, we don't. No, we do not. I mean, we could. We could definitely merge them. We right click. No, we don't. Oh my god, are you kidding me? This is not cool. This is not cool. Stop it. Just stop messing me around. And then you right click and then you go to level, create packed level actor. And then external actors, pivot type, min center Z, pivot actor none, always show dialogue. Okay. And then we get to save the map, which is going to be in... Isn't that like every programmer's thing to say, I have no idea what I'm doing, part? True. But usually I know what usually I've read what I'm about to do on the internet, and I'm going to give it a stab at something that someone else has already done. But obviously there's been thousands of people who have used mega scans and thousands of people who have used mega assemblies to organize their mega scans. But I don't think this is going to be test ass. We'll just have the whole thing in caps because it's a test. And then actor cube 43 is referenced by other actors' objects. Do you really want to delete it? Doesn't break references. Group actor, no. No to all. Save asset as. Here we go. So this is going to be in the blueprints. This is BPP test as castle. Save. So that shouldn't, in theory, have... I didn't want you to put it in the level. You muppet. So it looks like everything is unreal. I do not believe it. I do not believe it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, I hate Unreal so much. Can't undo after map saved. Why would you save the map? Why would you save this map, this specific map specifically? Why would you do that? Bull fucking shit. Yeah, it's deleted a whole bunch of... Oh. It's not funny, Reno. It's taken me 2 days to make this. Is it rendering the lights? Shadows? It's rendering everything. It's rendering the moon. It's rendering me sending a letter of complaint. Sternly worded letter of complaint to unrealdev.googlemail.au. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. Test as castle. Don't save. Unlit. There. Okay. What's the pop? What poppin'? What? What's the poppin'? It's distance culling. You love a bit of distance culling, don't you? So this is all of our geometry. This is just a level. So theoretically, we can just save this as the other level and it will be fine. And then we'd have to put the sky back in and we'd have to put the granite slab back in. But that's all we'd have to do to fix that boo-boo. So, okay, deep breaths. We haven't completely bricked everything that we were doing. But we can go to now, where the other game content folder. Did I mention that I'm a baby game developer with no idea what I'm doing? Just replace the mesh. What mesh? Just spend another 2 days replacing all the meshes that I just accidentally deleted by creating a mesh module. This is the wrong map. At least one mesh of the sky scene is in, but none rendered in the main view. Yes, of the map. What map? What map mesh? I think you may be misinterpreting what has just happened then. I just don't think. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do what I said I was gonna do, and then what I said I was scared of doing, and what I was scared of having happened has actually happened, so there's no real reason to be scared anymore. Just have to deal with it. It's very bright out here, isn't it? Very nice and bright. Good sky. This is gonna crash my PC. I can feel it. I can feel it. It chugged, it chugged, it chugged, it froze. The rendering of the sky froze. Video memory has been exhausted. My VTuber model is freezing. Welcome to the developer life cycle of using Unreal Engine while streaming. It's the worst kind of life cycle there is in the game development industry. I know I'm a gigabyte over video RAM usage. Just cry me a river, right, Unreal? Just fucking cry me a river. Just deal with it. Use low spec hardware settings. I don't wanna. What I do want to do is delete this stupid wall I made. Look at this stupid wall. Get out. Ugh. It's the whole fucking level. Woo. It's the whole fucking level. It's a whole ass fucking level. I can't see it because it's not even that impressive. Why is it taking so much VRAM? Let me tell you about the wonderment that is in fact the Unreal Engine, the Unreal Engine. It's Unreal, and it takes an Unreal. What the fuck is this? Hello? What the fuck is this? Banana 02? I didn't request a Banana 02, did I? Did I? Why is it there? What shader am I using? Yes. Oh! I'm using the big shader. I'm using the beef shader, obviously. My PC is definitely feeling the beef right now. It's Unreal, so it takes an unreal amount of resources. Exactly. QT gets it. Okay, there's a tree in the way. Oh boy. Oh, there's a hill in the way. This is painful. Yep. Fine, I'll set it to low. Just to appease you. Just for your appeasement. We just have to give it another hour to compile the shaders for low quality settings. So, how was your day? How was your stream, QT? What were you doing? If you don't have 100, then don't even think of touching Epic. Agree. Agreement. Nvidia. Oh. Nvidia. Nvidia. Niquitin. So smooth, like taking off socks. Yeah, but pre-calculated lighting. Blech. Okay, so we have a problem. We don't have a problem, ignore me, I'm an idiot. We can't have a problem. Small problem? Small problem? Medium problem? It was probably expected, wasn't it? Completed the origin section for the characters in your game, so now you can have humans, elves, dwarves in your party. Am I using Blender? No, my 3D modeling software of choice is Unreal Engine. Because I'm an idiot. Idiota. I think that'll work, actually, surprisingly well. Disgustingly well. I'm actually shocked at how good I remembered the orientation of all this stuve. No, that's too much. You move it closer to the coastline. So what I wanted to do was to see if can just delete those now. It's to see if we could use Insane Fiend. Old Unreal has this cool solid geometry modeling thing for maps. Not surprising. Are you talking about real-time CSG or the BSP editor mode? Both of those are still in this, I believe. It's brush editing. Yeah, BSP. There's modeling mode. There's the real-time CSG is a plugin for modeling mode, which I do not have enabled. Preparing shaders. Anyway, what we were doing is we were seeing if we could instance a whole level inside a blueprint and then just drag it into the overworld to save myself some time. And we can, but apparently there's problems with that. And we're also going to find out that there's going to be even more problems with that because I'm going to go and pretend to play the video game now, and we're not going to be able to collide with it. That's my theory. Either that, or when we do collide with it, Unreal's going to throw a fit. They're the two options. We won't collide with it. We'll just glide straight through. Or Unreal will complain. What about Navmesh? I don't care about Navmesh. Navmesh can do one for all I care right now. Navmesh is the last concern of my concerns. It's my estimation that there are going to be so few NPCs in this game that require a Navmesh to move. Oh, it's disgusting not using Lumen. I can't deal with it. Look at the flat shading on everything. Nice sunset though, nice clouds. What about a collider? Yeah, you can put a collider mesh on top. We're miles away. Whose idea was it to put a player start all the way over there? It was my idea. Oh, did we just collide with it? Hold up. Did we seriously just collide with that thing? Yo, it works too well. I'm scared. What the hell happened? Anyway, the bonus with using a mass, a mega assembly, is that we can edit this in the mega assembly level blueprint and then update it. We can edit it in this level if we so choose. We can delete it from this level. We can do whatever we want basically. It's very nice. Character controller uses visual mesh for movement. 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 Does it? I don't think it does. I think character controller uses hitbox for movement. Hitboxes are arbitrarily assigned to 3D geometry using the 3D geometry hitbox tools. See, this is just wrong. There's not even a shadow going on here. Texture streaming pool over budget, 261 megabytes. There's one texture. There's one texture, goddammit. Anyway, this is the castle. There's no shadows. That's off-putting. Massive texture. I think it is actually a massive texture. Can thank the sponsor of this video for that. Not an actual sponsor. It's the, the other word for the spot. Anyway, Mr. Bullet made some 3D models and 2D textures for this for the game. Is it his IP that we're working with? This stuff doesn't even look like a high resolution texture, to be honest with you. Anyway, use repeat. Yep. We'll work on the whole no baking took place. I want to bake though. There's nothing to bake, in fact, because we only have one light in the scene and it's dynamic. Literally not allowed to bake for the textures. Yes, no, there are no texture bakings, no. Why did it just go black like that though? Why did it just disappear? Is this you talking about the roofs? Normal data was lost. Was it? I don't think it was. Looks like it's got normal data to me. Look at that underlighting. Look at that roifness. Look at that non-self shadowing. Now I'm gonna click this and it's gonna hurt. If you move away. Can my PC even run Crysis? I've never played Crysis. Okay, so that's one reason to not use a mega assembly in as a giant level replacement tool, because it doesn't it doesn't self-shadow. Okay, duly noted. Does this go in the Trello? The shadows aren't. Yeah, the shadows are not. They were, and now they aren't. There's a little bit of GI, but nothing is casting a shadow on anything else. Everything is just lighting itself. And that's to be expected, actually, because the idea of using a mega assembly, well, if we get Photoshop out, I'll show you. So the idea of using a mega assembly is that you have like rock A, which is like this shape, and you have like rock B, which is like this shape, and you're meant to use it to nice transparent selection, idiot. You're meant to use it to like make a combination of the two shapes like this, and if rock A is casting a shadow on rock B and rock B is casting a shadow on rock A, it'll look weird. So obviously there's no internal self-shadowing allowed, only external shadowing. Oh, I mean, it makes a lot of sense if you think about it. And look, okay, we've learned something today, which is more than I was expecting to get done. So we can write that down. I will write a note in the Trello that I never look in. I don't know why Trello doesn't have a name on my PC. It's freaking me out. Why not just use streaming levels? You think there's something like that? Yes. Important notice. Yeah, this can go in important notice. Mega assemblies bracket packed instance level packed instance level blueprints do not self shadow, do not create concave geometry with them. Smiley face. Change cover. Orange, big cover. Thumbs up. I don't know why, but the engine batching method is so much is the fastest. I mean, obviously it's the fastest. Batch rendering is fast, but doing the same thing as a batch rendering batched actor that you right click and batch with in the engine, making an instant static mesh actor to instance all the meshes as the batching actor does, is slower. Nobody knows why. Anyway, yeah, you're probably right. Streaming level would probably be the best thing. Streaming level with a long distance imposter or something. Unreal Engine has frozen. Medium level lighting. It's pretty cool having this crappy lighting level means that we could basically render the entire world at the same time. Instant static mesh is you have plenty of duplicates. Yeah, no, I was plenty fast. Like, you're gonna jump off and sleep? Well, have a nice evening, QT. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the sub. Without duplicates, it's pure overhead. We were the level had 4,000 each instance of instancing had 4,000 duplicates. Yeah, sleep well, QT. Enjoy your programming socks. It was a fair test. I wasn't messing around. We had 4,000 individual static meshes, and then we physics simulated them. It was fun. Unreal Engine dealt with it nicely. Then it's supposed to be fast. Yeah, it's fast enough, but it's not the fastest, right? You know what I mean? The fastest is just right clicking the badge. So this is good, but no good. So what we're going to do now is faster than non-instance static meshes. Yeah. I mean, if we have a look at the table, static meshes with no instancing is red right at the bottom, and then engine batching is green right at the top, and these are all mostly green. Instant static meshes, multiple batches of the same thing copied and pasted, and then a mega assembly. Mega assembly, surprisingly, does some kind of instancing or batching itself. We don't know why, we don't know how, but it does. But if you make a mega assembly of 4,000 of the same asset, it's about as fast as instancing a static mesh or multiple batches, which I thought was weird, because how would it know to do that? Mass is for rocks? Yeah, mass is for convex 3D geometry that you use kit bashing to make. It doesn't do, as we've seen, doesn't do self-shadowing, and there are instances where the collision mesh data might be difficult to process. The boys at Unreal said themselves that they were using mega assemblies, and their game was chugging because they had mega assemblies collision at the mega assemblies things. Tells the GPU to render the same mesh many times. Is that what it does? I don't know the ins and outs of the back end. All I know is that it's a level blueprint that's been packed in instance. I guess the clue's in the name. Maybe it goes through and looks at all the things in instances and the things. But it's not explicit that it does that. You know what I mean? Blech. Now I have a headache. It's 10 p.m. I will fight you, Unreal. What's your problem? But the cool thing with mass is you can just do this. You can just do stupid stuff. You can get crazy. It's fine. It just deals with it. It's just pretty cool. If you don't think that's pretty cool, I don't know what to tell you. It's just a collection of rocks combined, then you can render the parts on math. It doesn't have to be rocks. Why is everyone obsessed with rocks today? This is a mega assembly right here. This is a mega assembly. It's not rock. It's a castle, but it's a mega assembly castle. So that makes it okay. Because most rocks are concave? Yes. No. Convex. No. The most rocks are convex. Yes. But I know what you mean. Yes. As we've seen, concavities and hollow areas do not get rendered appropriately in a mega assembly. Neither do intersections where you would expect shadows to exist. Yeah. So it's a learning experience, kids. Okay. This didn't come out that long ago. Year, 9 months. Not long enough for me to learn all about it. Okay. I'm a baby. Repeat. Baby streamer with baby brain. But yeah. So instead of messing around with any of this stuff, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go to test as castle. The castle is simple enough that it can be rendered as is. That castle is a gray box and will not be the final geometry of the castle. File. Save current level as. Here we go. Yeah, it's short for test assembly. As castle, yeah, assembly castle. So this is castle recovery, which is good. So I think the first thing that we need to do is put an ultra dynamic sky in. At 000. So some of the things I noticed is that this side of the hill where the grassy knoll is actually quite a bit lower than we anticipated. So we'll just add a couple more steps to it. Isn't there a stair generator? We don't talk about the stair generator. It's forbidden technology. You think it's a BSP? No, they have what do you call them? Blueprint geometry script. Preview blueprints in the Lyra starter game and the starter content, I think. How doesn't this line up? It makes me very sad. Pained. Welcome to the Pain channel, where we serve pain exclusively. Damn, I thought I got that. I thought I was good. It's much easier with straight stairs. So you don't have to wangle around with the scale or anything. Much easier with a 3D modeling software. I don't want to hear any more about these black magics about which you speak. What's 3D modeling? Ah, poopy. Oh yeah, and the granite slab. I don't think we really need the granite slab. Does anyone else feel like they need a net? Maybe, potentially. The granite, the whole map has now moved. The whole map is in a different location. So I remember the if we scale these, that's 1210. I'm pretty sure that was like not 1210. Who is Reno? Reno is the person in chat whose name is Reno. Kit Astro, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, let me add you to the overlay. Okay, so a lesson learned. We don't make a mega assembly. We don't make a mega assembly from anything that we haven't saved also as a duplicate backup. Yes. It's an excellent question. Ah. Oh boy. So snappy without using Lumen. Lesson is exactly equivalent to ass. It's not like Lumen really takes up that much performance overhead, right? It really does. Second question. No, it's fine. We've got almost decent shadows. Almost, mostly, almost decent shadows. Why is GI using so much VRAM? Well, if I explain to you how GI works using Lumen, you would understand why it's using so much VRAM. So it uses a depth uses a depth capture of the entire scene, albeit at a much lower resolution. So it caches the surface. You know how GI works. It's not real GI, by the way. It's fake GI. Well, the only real GI would be if it was ray traced, and we all know how that goes. Okay, we all understand how poorly performant ray tracing is on modern PCs. Even I've played Quake 2 RTX, buddy. I know you do not need a space heater in your vicinity. Why is the tree? Oh, the tree is all the way up there. I was looking at the Lumen view and I was like, what the fuck is the tree doing all the way up there? But it is just big. But yeah, it uses a very clever method of stitching together the distance map, the distance field of an object, as well as you've read the fake GI paper. Well, stop asking why it's taking up so much VRAM then. It literally has to map out all of the textures and surface distance fields of the scene that it's looking at to work. So I don't really see the problem. I think it looks fine. The problem is, it's not supposed to be that bad. Well, if you find an answer for me, let me know. I think the main problem for me in the open scene is because maybe the distance probe is too deep. Like, I'm not seeing anything that's wildly bad. This, yeah, sure, but I don't think that's. I don't think that's my problem. I think that's something that I've done with my horrible geometry boys. Gross. But this is what the GPU sees. Ugh. Ugh. Don't look into the abyss. And there's all of the cubes, none of the cubes using nanite at all. Because they're all the engine cubes, so they just figured that they were small enough to not use nanite. Changed the near clip. It's at 10. That's normal. 10 is the default value. 25? Ugh. Was changing the near clip like this like meant to magically solve all my problems? Miko warned about setting it any values lower than 1. Usually when it artifacts like that, it's because of the clipping in the viewport camera. Artifacts like what? There's like, I don't see any artifacts. Man. It's because Lumen doesn't know how to deal with back faces, and it doesn't like Lumen and Nanite don't work very well with concave stuff. The roofs, unfortunately, provided by our excellent, like the back of the rooms. Yes. The roofs provided by our excellent 3D modeler, professional artist Berlin, who's actually not a professional artist or a 3D modeler, he's a professional scientist, are concave and also not backface rendered. So they have an interior mesh that goes with them, but we're just using them as placeholders right now. This is a grey box. I'm panicking. There's nothing wrong with this scenario. Obviously, if I can get Lumen running even faster than it runs, that'd be great. But I don't think there's anything wrong. Double-sided shader. Double-sided shader. I think it's fun. I think it's fine. I think for now, for a grey box, without, going into thousands of hours of making our own mushroom tops, I think it's fine. And we've learned something about using mass, which is invaluable to the progress of this. Do we need to add 2 more steps to this just to make it complete? I will do it. Just because it's messing me around. 1.885. 1.85. 1.9. 1.9. Save that. So the big question is, if I go back to our open level in our other game content level thing, this is saved, right? This is all saved, yeah? We go to open test. We go to L open. Remove asset 1 by 1 until you find the problem. There isn't a problem though. The reason our video memory is over budget now that we've gone through 4 different levels is because Unreal Engine doesn't perform garbage collection in the editor. Our cache is probably full from loading this level, which is an asshole. The big ass level. Some grey boxing up there as well. So the question is, can I just drag a level into my level? Right? It's better not break. Did not expect that to happen. Multi-directional lights are competing to be the single one used for forward shading, translucent water, volumetric fog. Ah, please adjust for their forward shading priority as a fallback main directional light will be selected based on overall brightness. Ah, level instance, it works. It works! And it works too well. Because now we have two sky assets popping off. It's totally fine. Totally fine. Details. So oh, wow, allegedly still not enough steps to actually get down to the floor there. But I think it's fine. I think we can manage it if we drag it down. Drag it up. And drag it down. Good enough. Oh, not good enough. It's too far. It's too far over this way. It had been cold. Rotate. No. That's good. Oh, that's not good. But that's, yeah, that'll do. Will that do? Oh my god. Oh my, are you kidding me? Anyway. Terrain edit till it fits. Yeah, probably. I will probably end up doing that. We save this now, and then we go into play mode. If we save this now and go into play mode. Just fly over here. Ooh. That's... Is that normal? Am I clipping on this floor or am I clipping on the other castle's floor? Like it's not visible in the other game, but I think I'm still colliding with it Fuck. Scale? No. Scale's fine. Yeah, I'm colliding with the other castle. Debug view? Debug dis. Oh yeah, it's F1, isn't it? F1? F1. F2? F3? F4? F5? Oh boy. F6? F7? F8? F9? F10? I have to say some screenshots. No, it was none of those ones. F8. I don't know what F8 does, but it definitely debinds my mouse from the thing. So I don't understand, right? Nanite meshes seem to have infinite draw distance no matter what your draw distance is, and non-nanite meshes seem to get cold really quickly with draw distance culling. I don't understand. Like, obviously you'd want to use nanite as much as possible, but I also don't want shit to just get cold randomly. Anyway, we play. I'm sure my PC really appreciates me closing and opening this massive level every time. It's acknowledged the request, let's put it that way. I'm just gonna let it sit. I'm just gonna let it do what it needs to do. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's close the old Trello. Hey! Well, do you know what? That's about as good a time to stop as any. So let me do the talk out. We'll find someone to raid. We'll pick this up tomorrow. I'm sure there's loads we can do tomorrow if I wake up early enough. So it's gone. It's gone. It didn't like that. It didn't like that at all. Thank you everyone for coming to watch the live video. If you came to watch the live video, thank you, Cutie Kitty, for that 7-month resub. Thank you, Bit Gaming, for the 1 bit. Thank you, Soul Galio and Cutie Kitty for the raids. Thank you, NovaCat26 and Kit Astro for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy it here. Thank you for coming to watch the video on demand. If you came to watch the video on demand, and as always, I'll see you in the next episode.